I would say, you know, aim for the stars and just hopefully I could have a reign as long as hers. And if that doesn't happen, just I want it to be fulfilling not just for me, but for the company, for the fans. I want everything that I do to mean something. And it's I don't want to say it's been a long time coming, but I had to blow out 2 knees to get here, and a lot of times in recovering from injuries like that, and just seeing a lot of people thinking that ACL tears are a death sentence to a career, but not knowing that they aren't anymore, it gets to you, and I've said a lot of self-doubt a lot of times, but I'm going to not only prove to everyone that I do deserve to be a champion, but I'm going to also take the time to prove to myself that I deserve to be one.
Hi, Kris. Denise Salcedo with Instinct Culture. So you mentioned the ACLs, that being a death sentence, right? Mm-hmm. And not knowing whether or not you can kind of come back from that, and having suffered it twice. So with that being said, can you walk us through the mental struggles on top of making sure that you're ready to come back and that you feel prepared coming back?
Sure. So this time it was a lot easier of a journey, having gone through it before, and originally we thought that it was an ACL and a meniscus tear, but it was just an ACL. And what that means with recovery is that I was in my leg brace walking around 2 days after surgery, not on crutches. And with a meniscus tear, you would not be able to do that. So mentally, I felt like the progress was a lot more just on a upward thing. And it was a lot easier because I'd been through this, like I had said. And, I remember when it happened, we thought it was maybe just a hyperextension. And then I got the MRI, and then I got the results, and I read them, and I just cried for 3 hours straight because I was like, oh. I told myself so many times I did not want to go through this again, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. But I cried it out, got myself together, and I was like, I just got to come back from this. It's not as much, not that it's not a big deal, but if you really want something and you just work hard for it, it'll pay off, and yeah, it'll pay off.